Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. The value of time and experience. Hey man, I put a lot of value on time and experience. I'm telling you, Doc, I do. That's part of my trouble now in retirement where I don't kind of feel like I fit in. I don't have enough time and experience in it to feel like I belong, to be honest with you. Hey, I'm making out pretty good, but you know, I just don't feel like I belong yet. How's that? It still seems weird to say that I'm retired. But I put it in. People that's got time and experience in something. I don't care if he's doing running numbers for your taxes. I don't care if it's playing golf. I don't care what it is, man. Just life experiences that they've had experienced over years. They've had time to develop. I mean, you just can't get that kind of knowledge from anywhere else. You just can't. What got me thinking about this was the other day I was watching a video on here. The guy was interviewing a Holocaust survivor, and that them people them survivors of that Holocaust that made it out to camps. Them people. They got a story to tell. They have a lot of knowledge of the situation. Even the ones nowadays that are still alive, because chances are, if they were alive then, they were a lot younger. But there's stuff that happened during that time that was so bad that it was it's still in their memory. You know, and it, it's just it's important to listen to stuff like that and learn from it. What got me most about that one the other day was the lady was saying that you shouldn't default to authority because authority doesn't care about you. They will and have done a lot worse for humanity than any single individual. Simple as that. And she was getting at the Fauci fever thing. If you default to an authority figure that leading the country over that kind of stuff, look at all the damage that come from it. What they forced everybody to do. You know, and if you didn't do it, look at how vile they treated you afterwards. You know what I mean? You were thought of as a criminal if you didn't go along with the plan. You know, at some point, humans have to take a little bit of responsibility for themselves, and those around them, and act accordingly. Forget about what the so-called right way to do it is. And it gave me a lot of comfort knowing, listening to her about stuff. With all the stuff we got going on in the world nowadays, it's not. Hey man, it ain't nowhere near as bad as a depression. Ain't nowhere near as bad as uh, Germany in the 30s, 40s. It's not even close. But what she was saying that you can see the way things start out and the way they end. It's the same as getting information off of them people from foreign countries that have come over here to the U.S. If you're lucky enough to know somebody like that, and you get them to explain the differences, the way they see things because of where they come from. They understand what's going on, what it led to where they come from. You know, it's important. It's important to learn and watch from people like that. It really is. Because, if you're somebody like me, I ain't never been outside the U.S. I've been right there to the border of Canada. I could see Canada, but I never did cross over the bridge there. I got my passport. Me and the baby both did. So, because at that time you didn't have to have one to get over to Canada, but you had to have one to come back to the U.S. So we got it, but we've never had it stamped. I've been out to Hawaii. It's the furthest I've been, but that was a U.S. state at the time. It was. It had been a state for 25 years. Them and Alaska come into statehood at the same time. I think it was like 59 or something like that. But so I mean, I got no idea how things actually are over there. I just know what I read in the history books and the way they change them things nowadays. Man, they whitewash everything, take everything out of them. You know, they get it. They write them till they fit a certain agenda. So it's important for me to watch and learn that stuff, and I get a kick out of it. I'm a big history buff, nature buff. I enjoy watching stuff about that stuff. You know, birds, African over in Africa, the Serengeti and stuff like that. Man, I got a kick out of that mess. But I really liked that video. That was a great video. It went on for about 30 minutes, but it was. I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of them discuss when they first got rescued by the soldiers when they were still in the camp. That lady there, she got her way bought out of a camp. She says that there was some organizations that would Hitler was needing money. They would pay him a certain amount of money, and then he would release two or three people out of the camps. That's how she got out. I'd never heard that before. She says it didn't happen often. She said it was rare. She said, but she was one of them, and she come over here, lived in New York originally. And she was, it was just amazing to listen at her. Well, I've been busy this week. I mean, I've been busy every day this week. I'm wore out. I took a zero today. I ain't doing a darn thing. I made the bed. That's it. So it should be a pretty decent weekend. Y'all enjoy yourselves this weekend. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to y'all later.